outcome of the 2023 presidential election, but I'd like to have your own assessment of what played out over the weekend up to Wednesday when the winner of the election was declared by INEC.
Well, it was clear to everybody except to those who are in the corridor or those who are deceiving Nigeria. There was no victory for. The thing is echoing. What are you doing? I don't want my voice to be echoing. There's a technical fault there. I don't want to be misrepresented.
Okay, are you okay now, sir? You can
continue. Have you corrected it?
Yes, it's been corrected.
I said, and so that election, that was no result. What they have done to Tinubu is like what they have done to the FIDIE, that government, Shonekon. It was Pyrrhic victory. And as the leader of the Labour Party has said to me, we will prove it in court. It cannot stand. I listened to the chairman of INEC. When they normally tell you, well, suspend. It is a council. There's a lot of irregularities in the result we are having. Why don't you let us correct them before we proceed? He said, no. I promise you, go and play that tape at the center. Let me complete this exercise, I will review. As for the chairman, those of us who know him know that he has not been the man that should be. It's a great disappointment. And this is not the first time he's disappointing Lagos people. In 2019, he deceived us. And now he has come to, there is a game they are playing, thinking that Nigerian people are fools. And I said it before, on this election, nobody can Babangida us and get away with it. And I'm repeating it. This is like daylight robbery. You gave us, the whole country supported you to amend the electoral law to show that the thing will be transmitted by electronic means. We fought tooth and nail to support you. And now at the time of election now, you come back to what we have been fighting against. What a shame. I'm only sorry for the country. I'm only sorry for you youths. But I warned you before, this government is a disaster. And that's why we are feeling everything now. They have no principle, no idea. They obey the law court when it suits them. They disobey when it loads them. They are now shouting about obeying the court law because of its currency. When the man said they should release Igbo, the court said, did they do it? What of the security man they have been put in detention since they are coming to power? I don't remember his name now. Security officer of Jonathan. What of the several, this man from Kano, or Kaduna, the leader of the Shiite people, up to the COAS, they told them openly, just say you don't know. They told him that you have no right to keep Nnamdi Kanu. But now that it concerns them, because clashing with their interests, they are now shouting, obey the law, obey the law. It is not the result of a bad government, a disaster that God will help us to get rid of. I can assure you, there is no government, there is no president-elect at all. It is just a sham which will be proved in due course. Don't play on it at all. This is a game we all see. We are all living witnesses to see. why don't you follow the law that you buy the election? That's just the principle. Those who are criticizing, they leave the issue. They take up our OBJ. It is the message that the man says, you have not done A, B, C. Reply to that. You pick up the messenger. On this occasion now, it is not a question of whether you win or lose, but is it the method the law provides for the release of the election? Have you followed it? Let them answer that. That's the problem. Why are you beating about the bush?
Well, Adebanjo, thank you for that answer. A few months back when we, actually it was just a few weeks back, there was a clip going around and you minced 0 words in this clip. I'll summarize. You pretty much said that we are in a war, that this is not an election, it's a war for us to get out of the bondage of our oppressors. We do know what the results are now. And we know that the Labour Party and the PDP will be, I guess, escalating this and taking it to the Supreme Court. In your opinion, seeing as how things unfold in this country, especially within the judiciary, is this the right way for them to seek out redress? Or what are your opinions on how they're going about trying to get justice for the way that the elections unfolded?
You know, this country has got to a place where if justice is not done and seems to be done, the people will react. All that the Obasanjo is saying is warning you against doing the right thing. As a lawyer, I support going to court. I won't condemn the Supreme Court in spite of all their past record, which is not credible. I will still say, let us go there. But I can assure you, if many of you are alive by the time they talk of Wild West, what called the Wild West those days, the Western region, is the people revolt against the result of a clear election in the Western region. That was what led to Wild West. It was spontaneous. So if the judgment does not reflect the justice of the case, it is the people who react. I will talk about that. I'm not raising any alarm, but I warn them. This country, the use of this country, will not take lying low for anybody to cheat them and do what is called daylight robbery and say it's an election. Now, who say more? I only know that the man has not won election that has been rigged for him in a blatant manner. In a society where we have people, where we have professors and not, unfortunately, it is the professors that are rigging election, which is unfortunate for us. But the youth will not agree. I know that. It is not raising any alarm. It is just the result of injustice. You cannot have peace without justice. You won't have political stability without justice. And what follows that, you will follow. It is not that Adebanjo that said this. It is just the normal issue of events. When they didn't obey Dasuki has been there now for about 4 years. None of these governors are not serious about it. Over the time, Falana goes to court, everything, they know. It is now they now say, obey the court. Okay. But that concerns Dasuki. But this concerns the 200, the Nigerian voters. If you do any justice for them, it is not for them to react. Not that as for me, I've told you, I'm only expecting the day of departure. Next month I'll be 95. What's my business? I'm still in the trenches because of the youth, because of the young men coming behind. If you don't get rid of this shenanigan government, by the time you are suffering, I'll be enjoying myself in the grave.
Well, Chief